All right, so we're back in the basement. Now, the reason why I chose this is because sometimes, I was looking at different various walls around my house, and I noticed that I only have like really a few good walls that I can do this on, that have like a blank area, that don't have a mirror or whatever. But there's, some walls that I just can't fit on without knocking something around. So I decided I should also show you guys another alternative, which is actually a pole. And you'll actually feel this. If you use a pole or a very small area, there's like people used to do diamond push-ups or whatever. But you go like this, put your hands straight out to where, right, lean, and go in just like this, right? So that's gonna be our day 3 style. You can do it normally on the wall as we did before. That's completely fine. We're just picking it this way as an alternative so you guys can see it get done. If you're following along, you just keep up with the numbers because we're going to do the same. It's going to be 5 sets and we're going to do the same set of numbers that are in the book, which is, again, we're going to put that in the link below as we are for every video we're doing for this series. And let's see. It even says in the page of that book to start with a warm-up. So it has the warm-up, set 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then there's a set 6, but that's blank, and then a stretch. So at the end of today, we'll have 48 push-ups done, wall push-ups. In this case, it's the pole push-up. So we're starting, and we're gonna have 7 to do. But let's get our warm-up done first. And again, we'll start with high steps. Now, keep in mind, our warm-ups, again, so you can pause it, you can do 5 to 10 minutes. I kind of do it till I feel my body starting to get really warm. But I've also, minus the last couple of years, I've always been quite active and quite in tune with my body. So I kind of know where it is and where it goes. You can do jumping jacks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have bad knees, be careful with jumping jacks. I've had a lot of knee problems and sometimes they still pop and it's not a good thing. But yeah, so I get the blood flowing. I always love to do the necks, as you know, neck rolls. Turn this around. Every once in a while, I still get a tightness in my neck. Something's pinched. So go to a doctor or chiropractor. Get checked out. You guys hear my kid up there screaming. But that's why we would do this at Josh's gym. It's always fun. I get to be close to the kids, right? Move my arms. You can do this to warm up and for a stretch. I think it's really good for both. Keeps your blood flowing. Really gets things moving. So do the big hugs, big old floppy, sloppy hugs. Jump, dance, dance, dance. All right, set 1. We're gonna book. Our set 1 is 7. All right. 7, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My hat. I hear somebody saying, turn your hat around. And this is what happened a couple days ago. So, yeah, so that's 7. Start up our timer here. Boom. All right, so mark it as 7. When I worked out and was a bodybuilder 10 years ago and was really, really into it, I always kept things that like really weird, like they had to be like good solid round numbers, like 5, 10, or 15. But in all reality is we're making a progress up and progressively taking a step forward. The number that you do per set or per rep doesn't necessarily matter as long as it's kind of getting you better overall for that day's routine. And you'll notice that we kind of jump up and then go down and then up. There's people do pyramids, people do just straight up, people do the intermittent up and down. So these are all just different strategies. It's what works for you. You cannot be hard and fast with the rules in bodybuilding. By the time I was 30, I had 4 or 5 different strategies since I was 15, because my body was changing, my life was changing, things are changing, and I would do a push-pull day, which is a pushing motion. So hold on, let's do this. We'll get back to that. We're gonna do 12 for our second set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So that was 12. All right. So yeah, it's the push-pull days and leg days, right? So it's push-pull muscles. So what we're doing now is these are all push muscles. You push with your triceps, you push with your chest. It's all pushing, right? Pulling muscles is biceps and back. You pull, right? Your legs are the same. You have push and pull muscles. Your push muscles are your front. You're pushing down. You'll pull with your back. It's curls or pulls, right? So leg curls are pulling. Or if you're doing a deadlift, that's a pull, right? You're pulling, and I know it's a funny way of naming the strategy, but that's how I would do it. So our set 3 is going to be 7 again. Now keep in mind, if you do this and your wrists hurt, you might have to find a wall, or find a different way to do it. If you can't do a wide wall, find a smaller wall, right? If you can't do it with your knuckles, that's fine too, as long as that doesn't hurt. There's a handful of ways of doing it. So actually I'll do that with the knuckles on this pole for this one, right? So we're gonna do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So there you go, right? You can feel it. You feel it at different spots. Where your hands are, you'll feel different parts of your muscles changing. And you'll feel that move. So we got 60 seconds in the clock here, and try to keep up. But yeah, so there are a number of strategies that you can have for sets and reps all throughout your workout life. There's general rules: warm up, stretch, workout, right? Warm up, workout, stretch. Always have a warm up, always have a stretch, always have a workout. Keep your muscles, hot while working out. These are all very good practices. How that's done is up to how your body responds to it. So, and by the way, if you see this, if this video cuts in and out at times, it's probably because while I was editing it, my daughter was making too much noise and you probably couldn't hear what I said, and I had to start something over. But nonetheless, it'll keep your workout straight. So now we're on to set 4, which is 7 again, okay? So go back to our normal setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So keep in mind, you notice I'm not putting my chest onto the pole. I'm really kind of getting my head close, but about an inch from a pole or a wall. So the reason why we do that is because you really don't want to have your body hit the surface that you're going against. It doesn't need to hit it. It's sometimes too much work. You want to get about an inch away from it. Getting an inch away from it will do a couple things. So you want to get about an inch away from it. Getting an inch away from it will do a couple things. It will help you keep your muscles, the tension of your muscles stay there, so then you're not just kind of relaxing at the end and then pushing. And that's good for that muscle retention. Plus, we're going to get the stretch out, and you'll see on the pole, this is what I also like to, when I'm at a pole, I can actually do a really big, long stretch like that, right? can do this kind of stretch. I can pull my arms out like that. Right? So there's a lot of good stretches. So if you have a good pole, if you have a good pole, use it. Okay. All right. So set 5 is 15. If you've been keeping up, again, you're gonna get 48 altogether. 48. That's a huge deal. Okay. So 48. All right. But we're doing 15 here. 15. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15. All right. So that's 15 there. And now I'm going to have to do a little bit of math, maybe get a calculator, figure out exactly. I'm real bad at basic math. I should be good as an engineer for a long time, but I just use calculators too much. So we got 40 to 48, that's 88 plus 33. Oh God, this is embarrassing. Is it 113? I think. Oh man, where's the calculator? I don't know where all these things are. So either way, for the week, we did over 100 push-ups. That's what I'm getting at. So that's just for this week. Now we're going to get to the point where we will have 100 push-ups a day. So we look back and we'll start to stretch. I'm going to stretch with my arm like this. We'll look back and we'll say, man, we did 33 in a day, and we're going to be doing 33 push-ups per set. That's going to be pretty cool to feel. So again, arm across the body, stretch it out. So the point is that as long as we keep our momentum on this every week, we'll be able to get more done. So if you follow along, if you get the book, you follow along. It's only it's $12. It's a really good book to have. Jay Patrick is the guy who. All it is charts. There's nothing really significant in there. That's big. Like there's nothing that's major, but it's already done for you charts. So it actually shows you your routine, your days, and your rest days. It's already set up for you. And you can use any kind of push-up you want, right? So they have the multiple setups or the multiple charts. So if you say, all right, I did 300 push-ups a day and the advanced level, and I just did normal ones, I want to go do 300 military push-ups a day. Bend down. You can do that too. Oh, that's a nice noise from my air conditioner. All right. So get your stretches in. You guys want to do more stretch? I always think it's good to do like this and then go put on a yoga video. There's far better people doing yoga than me, so I'll send you to YouTube and find more yoga folks. But that's it, guys. Congratulations on the week. You did more than 100 push-ups just this week. Now that was this wall. Next week we go to the table. So we're at the wall, we're going to go to the table, then we're going to go to the chair, then we're going to go to knees, which will be the closest thing to full deal push-ups. In each of these you do, you're also slowly building your core. So see you next week, and we'll start with the table push-ups next week. Awesome.